Okay, I think this is working. Hi. I'm Latte's Fun, Tori. Um, and everybody else was doing these videos and being really adorable, and I can't be adorable, but I'm gonna try. Um, because I was peer pressured into it by Lauren, but I can't be mad because I love Lauren. I love her King Candy. I love Candace even though she probably hates Latte. Maybe hates me. I don't even know. But it's funny, so I can't even mind. And she's just great in a really sassy, angry sort of way. And Latte's a worm right now. I should have been videotaping my face when I saw that, because that I was not expecting that at all. But it was great, really, and now she's a worm for 2 days. So anyway, I'm just gonna look at these questions and maybe refresh, because I didn't say that I was starting, so to not send more questions. So I'll just look at them as they come in, if any more do. So yeah. So what is my favorite color? Oh, from Juby's Mun, Christy. Um, 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 Cherry Racer Supreme, the cutest Juby ever. Like, gosh, my favorite Sugar Rush racers were Gloyd, which I still love Gloyd, and Rancis. You can't see my fingers there. I gesture a lot. Because of Secret Soup, who you should follow because she's very wonderful. I follow her on my main blog. Just, I don't know. I love pumpkin, so Gloyd was kind of obvious, and then I love peanut butter, chocolate chip, chocolate, can't, what, you know, Reese's. So those two were kind of obvious, and it's not that I didn't pay attention. I don't want to be mean to say that, but I never really thought about Juby, and then now, gosh, I just freak out over her constantly. Like, I'm the worst role player. I get into everything that I'm doing, which I shouldn't, which is why I forget half the time that, like, Latte didn't know that the king and queen were separated, because I'm just like, oh, stuff is happening, and then, yeah. But anyway, so I'm always there like, Juby, I'm just, oh, little precious baby, and, oh, it's terrible. But, anyway, wow, super off topic. Favorite color. My favorite color is green, which I feel bad. I think I said Latte's favorite color is too. But you would think brown for her, and I try to make it not obvious. Her favorite things, I mean, of course she loves coffee, but that's not her only thing in life is coffee, even though it kind of seems that way, and she was programmed to make coffee, but I try to give it more. That's why, like, with the Pokemon, they weren't all named after coffee, because, like, I mean, I gave my other reasons were too, just there's not that many coffee, and, you know, you catch a ton of Pokemon and everything, but just, she's not just about coffee, there's more to that girl. But anyway, yeah, green and purple, like Joker colors, basically. Riddler more so, actually, because Riddler's my favorite after Penguin. But yeah, so green. And green looks good on me, so that's really vain, but that's a thing too. Favorite movie is super hard. I am a movie fanatic. Like, and I don't mean to say that to sound snobby, but I watch a ton of movies, like, constantly watching movies. Bad movies. I love B movies, like nobody's business. So, but Wreck-It Ralph is wonderful. I love it, obviously. But Paranorman was my favorite movie of this year, and still is really high up there for favorite movies of all time. I just adored that movie so much. I mean, B movies and zombies, and Norman was the most precious child ever that I just wanted to squeeze. I mean, it was just wonderful. Good messages. Drive with Ryan Gosling is another one of my really high up there favorites. And Glorious Bastards. I have the most eclectic taste, if you can't tell. And then Repo the Genetic Opera and Devil's Carnival. I love those two things, like, nobody's, oh, you don't understand how much I love those. But once again, eclectic taste. Like, I feel bad for people like on my main blog, because I have cutesy Wreck-It Ralph, and then you get bloody repo thing, and I'm like, I'm so sorry. I love horror movies and I love cute animated movies. It's like the weirdest mix ever. So I'm sorry to everyone on my main blog, which includes Lauren. I'm sorry, Lauren. That's why I try to tag everything just in case. But yeah, so that's way too many movies for favorite movies. How long ago did I create Latte? This is all Christy, by the way, who I love so much, and is really, really cute. God, all of you are so cute. I can't take it. How long? Okay, so, Latte's a weird story. I guess you could say she's a reincarnation of another character I had named Latte. Nobody's gonna know this fandom or anything, but I love them. They're my little niche of friends and everything. There's a comic and video game series called Sam & Max by Steve Purcell. You should check it out. It's very violent and lots of swearing, but really funny. And there was actually a cartoon series, which if you don't want the violence and the swearing so much, go watch that, because it's really good. It still gets the heart of it. If it has a heart, it has a very wormy, rotten heart, but a good one still. Anyway, I made her. She was a coffee shop owner. Wasn't a lot to her then. I just kind of put her together for something. I can't even remember. I feel bad because I gave her red hair because I always wanted red hair, and now I do have red hair. You can't tell so much, it's kind of faded. So now it's like, did you just like make yourself? And I'm like, I'm sorry, that sounds, and it got even more confusing because I ended up taking the name Latte as my nickname for my friends in the Sam & Max fandom, because it was just easier because they knew me from the stuff I did with her. Hard to explain, but anyway, so yeah. And then she got reincarnated into this Latte, who's definitely more developed. And because, once again, weird, whatever, but I was following Lauren's wonderful blog. I was going to make an OC at some point. Originally, it was going to be a sugar racer girl person. But he got some nasty anons, and they were being really horrible, and it was around that time where lots of King Candy blogs were getting those, because people were like, everybody's overlooking what he did, all that junk. And I just got so upset, because it was so mean, and especially this King Candy, who's kind of trying to reform himself and be a better person, and then he's got these anons, like, being horrible. And so I went on Anon and was like, hey, first of all, we're not all like that, and second of all, you need to stop. And then he and I were talking on Anon and stuff, and he was like, he wanted to make me his unofficial advisor, and I was like, that's awesome. I feel bad because I'm not a role-playing blog thing. So we kind of tried that for a little bit, and it was just weird. And I was like, you know what, I'm gonna do this. And so I brought her back, basically, made this blog, and it was very bare bones sort of to begin with. It was like right off the top of my head. I'm like, okay, what can I do? And I came up with her game, sort of, and it's definitely fleshed out more since then from asks and stuff, which is really cool. And I'm so shocked that I have 16 followers. Like, that doesn't seem like a lot, but to me, I'm like, the fact that anybody pays attention to my character is like crazy. Wow, I'm going on for way too long for these couple of questions. Anyway, so that's the weird origin story of Latte. She's nothing like she used to be, which is a good thing. And she's come a long way, and now she's a worm. Favorite Pokemon? Oh gosh. I used to watch the series, and I used to play them, actually. I had a Game Boy. I never got a DS for whatever reason. And now I regret it because of Pokemon, and because there's a new Adventure Time game that I really want. But favorite. I always loved Charmander, and like Christy even said, Charizard. I loved him. I love lizards. I love dragons, so I'm gonna love Charizard. So yeah, those two sort of the same thing, but and I guess that would be my favorite. There's a lot of really cool ones though now. I mean, there's so many. Like, I haven't even seen the newer ones really, because I just was like, there's so many. But I think that would be my favorite. So yeah. Do I have any other original characters I totally love? I feel bad. I feel like I should, because, you know, original characters gotta stick together. In the Wreck-It Ralph fandom stuff that I've interacted with, Queen Cybug is an OC, because, you know, we don't know. But she's really great. I've had fun talking to her and having that weird foursome maybe kissing thing with her and Ralph and Felix and Latte was great. Like, oh my god, mental images were interesting. And I love that Latte thinks she's keeping her thing with King Candy under wraps, her feelings for him, and even Queen Cybug, who's been falling for like a couple days, is like, don't you have like a thing? And she's just like, oh, you're not supposed to, nobody's supposed to know. So, Latte, you're doing a horrible job. More questions from Christy. What's my favorite book? It's a little hard, but not as hard as movies, even though I do love books. I love the author Christopher Moore. My favorite book before this one was Fool by him. It's a reincarnation of King Lear by Shakespeare, and it's from the Fool's perspective, and there's a ton of swearing in it, but it's hysterical. It's like very British humor. All of his humor is kind of British. So if you like that sort of thing, like Monty Python, he's definitely your kind of person. But he came out with a new book called Sacre Blue, and it has to do with artists like Leonardo da Vinci and wow, I feel bad I'm blanking on his name because he was my favorite. But yeah, just Monet, Manet, all of those guys, and they all are connected together, and there's a really cool creature in it, and I don't want to spoil anything, but it's really, really good, and I feel like I know all of these artists. Henri Toulouse-Lautrec, there we go, he's my favorite, and I feel like I know them all now from these books, or this book, and it's just really great, and I love them so much. Wow, I ramble so much. This is gonna be longer than everyone's. I don't know if that's a good thing. It's probably not. Least favorite Pokemon. I feel bad saying that, like, ever, because, you know, they've all got something. Probably, like, the ones, I'm not going to say all of the recent ones, because that's mean and generalizing, but ones that, like, they don't seem to have taken much time on, you know, like, the original ones were all, like, super, and they're not all really cool, but they were different and stuff, and some of them now are just, like, I don't have a good example, but they seem like you just need more to put out there. I don't know. I don't really have a particular least favorite in mind, I guess. I keep thinking of Execute for some reason, just because it was like a bunch of eggs, and I was like, why? Like, as a kid, that was just really weird to me, but I don't know. I'm sorry, that's like a really lame answer. Now Royal Candy Bugs, Lauren, I love you. It's totally fine you called me Christy. Like, I don't even remember anybody's birthdays, so like I'm totally not gonna blame you for not remembering. And I mentioned it like once maybe to you. I can't even remember. I don't know how many people know my name, but no, people, if they watch this video, will. And like I mentioned to your in real life friend, it's Turbo Time? I feel so bad I don't remember usernames, but her name's Victoria and my name's Victoria, and we're like, whoa, about that, but she goes by Rick. So yeah, it's totally fine. Of course I forgive you. Questions. What do you like besides Wreck-It Ralph? I need to not go off about this because it's already 14 minutes long and I have so many more questions. I kind of listed things with movies. I like all those things. I like Teen Wolf, which is really lame seeming, but it's really good. Psychonauts, Brutal Legend, anything by Double Fine, Futurama. Things off the top of my head. Hellboy, I love Hellboy. Really good comic series. Batman, love Batman. Devil's Carnival, I've already mentioned that, but that's a big thing for me right now. Rise of the Guardians was really good. I follow a really great Bunnyman blog. It's Guardian of Hope, I believe, with dashes. I've reblogged him before, but he's really great. He was my favorite, so, yeah, I have a lot of things. Mystery Science Theater is a big thing for me. That's one of my favorite shows, so that too, and there's a lot of things. How old am I? I'm 18, so I'm younger than Christy, but I think older than a lot of you guys. But like she said, you're all really great at what you do, role-playing wise and everything, and I would never have guessed. So, you know, I don't know where I was when I was 15, but it was not there. I was not that great. Where do I live? I live in Oregon, and it is, what time is it? It is past midnight, so I'm not as bad off as Christy in terms of time-wise, but I'm going to see Wreck-It Ralph again tomorrow, so 3 times, twice in 1 week. I'm very lucky. What's my favorite Pokemon? I answered that, sadly. But that's fine, because I'm already going way over. Werewolf or vampire? Definitely werewolves. Werewolves are... I love wolves. I like the whole changing thing. It's painful, which sounds mean, but it has a consequence, and it's not all just fun and games kind of stuff. Not that vampires is all fun and games. I like vampires that are, like, hardcore vampires that kill people. And, you know, Hotel Transylvania, Drac was a good vampire. I liked him. That is another thing I like. I love Hotel Transylvania. I love Murray. Yeah. So that was totally whatever. Coffee or tea? I'm definitely a bigger coffee person, as you can probably tell by the fact that I made a character totally centered around coffee. But I do love tea. I actually just got into it more than I ever was before because of these Teen Wolf teas that they're on Adago. I'm not saying that right. It's like ADAGIO. This is getting so long. But yeah, so coffee. I love coffee. Like, I have it every day, at least. Cats or dogs? And you know you're not annoying. This is still Lauren, by the way. Dogs, I guess. I do really love cats. I love cats a lot. I love everything animal-wise for the most part. But I'm partial to dogs because I've always had dogs. Yeah, I have a German Shepherd named Maverick, who I would show you, but he's upstairs in bed already. But he's precious, and yeah, I just love dogs. We should do this every Saturday. It's fun and we can all be dumb. Yeah, we should. It should be a thing that we do. That would be really cute. And I get to see your cute faces all the time. All the cute faces. Okay. Ask Barry Morgan. I don't know your name in real life. Or whatever, one name. But, my favorite kind of pizza. I actually am not a huge pizza fan. But, I make pizza with pitas, they're like flatbread little things, and I just put, like, mozzarella cheese and, pepperoni on it with a little bit of sauce, not a lot, and it's really good, and that's basically it for me, pizza. I love pretzel pizza, but I never am able to get it anymore, because they made it at, like, a pretzel place in the mall that went away or something, so I never get that anymore, but pretzel pizza, too. With the same thing, just like cheese and pepperoni. I'm really boring with pizza and not a, like I said, big fan for whatever reason. And then I got a dare from Lauren to draw Latte, Juby, Morgan, Casey, and Casey, King Candy, and Queen Candy as whatever Pokemon I choose to make them. I don't have to, but I can take my time. I will try. I am so not artistic. Like, I am a writer, definitely is my thing, but I will give it a shot and cringe as I post it. But maybe get some tips from my sister. She's a huge artist person. And very wonderful, like a million times better than everything. She's great. And she got me a little Juby plushie, so I'm excited to get her and just smush her little face in a good way. So yeah, I will totally give that a shot. Actually, maybe this isn't longer than Christie's. I can't remember anymore how long hers went, but I'm pretty sure it is. Which is totally fine. And then Fairy Morgan again, and your asks aren't stupid. Am I a brony? I am not. I have never watched My Little Pony. I don't pride myself on it really. I know a lot of people really like it, and a lot of people I like it. So I'm not. I don't have any negative thoughts about it. I don't know. It never caught my interest, I guess, really, but I don't know, I thought that about a lot of things that I've gotten sucked into, so who knows. Like Teen Wolf. But yeah, so no, I'm not, I'm afraid. I've never watched anything to do with My Little Pony. But I know it's big, and I know people like it, so I'm sure it's very good to people. So, yeah. I guess I should refresh, but I should really stop talking. Okay, I got some more from Morgan. Okay. Best cure for sore throat. I say tea and honey, definitely. That's what I had, like a really bad cough for a while. And allergies this summer like totally killed me, and that was what I did the most. That was about it, I think. That helped me. Kind of relevant, this is her again. Your muse is a cute little coffee worm right now. Have I seen the Men in Black animated series? I probably have. I like can't remember exactly, but I think if I watched it, I would probably remember that I did. I definitely saw the movies, not the most recent one, but I did watch them, and I need to rewatch them now that she is the little wormy. But I knew what they were talking about as soon as I saw it, and it does fit. You like coffee. She does like coffee, so you know. And I'm glad that Morgan finds her really cute, because, yeah. I think they're cute too, but I definitely wouldn't want to be one, so I do still really feel bad for her. And she's got like a new follower. She's got a Snow Anna follower, and I didn't want to scare her with the little wormy thing, so I just said hey instead of actually doing my usual like intro pose kind of thing, just in case anybody wants to do stuff. Luckily, I got two other followers today. It was a Satine and I think somebody. Oh, Turbo Twins, a pair of Turbo Twins. Well, she needs to make blueberry pie for. Somebody remind Latte to make them a blueberry pie when she's not a worm. And Satine, who was really nice, and since that was before she turned into a worm, I'm going to keep it that way if they reply, because he's going to take her to other games, maybe, and that's really cool. And he's very nice, and I like Satine in the movie, so I'm biased, but he was really cool for the little bit he was there, and anyway, I don't know where I was going with that. So, Latte's a worm, and animated series. Yeah, I'm gonna check it out, probably, and the movies, to get, because I remember they were, like, pervy, sort of, and I don't know if I'm gonna make her get that way towards the end of it, because that might be disastrous. So, yeah, we'll see. But I'll definitely look, just so I get a better feel for the little wormies. And Morgan and Latte can continue having their really sad fest that's going on. It's very emotional, and I feel really bad for Morgan. Feelings. There's lots of feelings going on right now. Juby and Latte are in a crash, and the other one, and Giant Cybug, and King Candy and Latte are talking things out about, but they haven't really started talking yet, but I think they're going to. But Lauren's busy writing me something, and I'm just, oh my gosh, I don't even know what to think about this. And Candace is kind of creeping up on them, and that's kind of scary since Candace doesn't like them or like latte, so we'll see how that works out. I don't know why I'm talking about my role plays. This is 25 minutes long. What am I doing? What am I talking about anymore? I'm sorry. Why are you still watching? Yeah. Hopefully, oh, shoot. Sorry, I'm checking. I'm gonna say that's it for now. If any more get sent, they will be made in another video because this is already really long and I feel really bad. Nobody wants to listen to me ramble for 25 minutes. What am I doing? Thank you for listening if you did. And, thank you for all the questions. That was really awesome. And I'm sorry I totally just went off in weird directions on all of them and totally knocked down everybody else's time. I should feel proud, but I don't. I just feel really bad. But, this was fun. Nobody let me on a mic ever again, or a camera. Just don't do it. Don't. But thank you, anyway, for pushing me into it, I guess, in a good way. I don't know what else to say or how to end this at all, but I think maybe we should do it every Saturday, and maybe I'll learn not to talk so much every time. Maybe. It's a small chance. Teeny. But, yeah, so thank you guys, everyone, for following me and giving Latte love, little wormy love, and, yeah, and I'll talk to you guys later.